That is super plush. Perfect fit. Look at that. Fantastic grip for someone on a budget. Definitely recommend this. Hello, welcome to the channel. Now previously I've looked at this grip for the Nintendo Switch. It's basically a budget version of the Satisfy and works very well, albeit without some of the premium features, the Satisfy packs. Well, recently that grip has been updated with this one. This is the new OLED version. There have been a few tweaks to make this even better than the original, making it a very good, affordable option for someone looking for a grip for their OLED Switch. So join me as I put this down on the tech desk, turn up the lights and go over this, the Nintendo Switch OLED grip from Oivo. Welcome down onto the tech desk. As I said in the introduction, we're going to be looking at this today. So this is the Oivo AsymmetricalGrip with adjustable stand, and it's designed for the OLED. Now we already have looked at this one. This is the kind of like the original one for the original Switch that we've got here. And I've done a video as well, and the OLED does fit in here, but it's a bit tight, but it does work if you want it. However, can't seem to get this anymore, and they have updated it with this. And I thought when getting it out first, I thought they're exactly the same. It's just a different color. It's not. There's a few extra little tweaks on the new one that I think you're gonna like. So you can't actually get this one. And actually when I bought this, gosh, ages ago, this was more expensive than this is now. So I'll leave links down below where you can get hold of this. Go and have a look at this one, because this is actually cheaper now than this was back then. So this one's for both Switches. Makes sense to get this one. So there's that one. And as we said as well, it's kind of like a budget version of the Satisfy. So this feels better quality. It's more weightier. It's got rubber bits to it. However, not everyone can afford these. The OLED one isn't coming out for a while yet, so what we want to do is we want to go through this, and I won't be comparing it to this until I get one of the new Satisfy grips. So what we're going to do is we're going to unbox it very briefly, then we're going to go through it and I'm going to show you all through the extra tweaks that make it designed for the OLED and show you that you can use it for both, because this is a fantastic grip for someone who's on a budget. Okay, so as I said, Oivo asymmetrical grip with adjustable stand. Comes with 4 thumb caps, fantastic. Asymmetrical, ergonomic, comfortable, brilliant. Bit about it on there, what you get in there, fantastic. Then when you open it up, what you get inside. I've had this now a couple of weeks now, so I've been playing with it. Get rid of that. There's the grip itself, and here are the thumbsticks. I don't use thumbsticks, but if you want to, you can. There are some large ones and some smaller ones. Nice to have the smaller ones on because it doesn't feel like too much difference, and it saves a bit of wear on the thumbsticks. Brilliant, nice to have them included. Here is the grip itself. Very, very similar to the original grip, but there have been a few tweaks that I've spent quite a while trying to find. So the obvious one is it looks exactly the same size. It really does look the same size, but it isn't. It's actually a little bit wider here, but only a fraction. I mean, I took ages trying to work it out, but it is wider along here. At its widest, it's around 27.5 centimeters wide, and it weighs around 125 grams, so it's not really going to add much weight to your Switch. Okay, so it's predominantly plastic. There are some other bits of material. Obviously, there's some rubber bits here, in here, and in here. So when your Nintendo Switch slides in, it will be protected by these rubber bits, and its Joy-Cons will be protected by the rubber bits here. And along here, which is a new feature for them, this grey bit here is all like a big piece of felt. So it's lovely and smooth. So when your Switch is sitting on it, it just sits on this lovely felt. So really nice addition. And then you have these two bits here. They kind of like hook the Switch. So when you slide it on, it hooks onto there. There is no rubber bits on there, so they will sit on plastic down the bottom there, but that's not too much of an issue. And then going around the back, you have a space for 5 games. And then you have this bit, which is basically a locking mechanism. So when your Switch goes on there, it locks on, and it also can be used as a kickstand. Okay, because these two will block the kickstand of the OLED. On the kickstand, you've got a bit of rubber on there, and if you look under here, you've got a bit of rubber on there. The original doesn't have the rubber bits there, and it doesn't have the felt pad here. So a couple of really, really nice upgrades. And as you can see, it says asymmetrical grip, and the reason behind that is if you look here, this bit is thinner than this bit. That is because with the Switch, you have a thumbstick up here and a thumbstick down here. So this hand, I'm going to exaggerate this a little bit. Your hand is naturally being pulled out to reach that thumbstick, okay? Therefore, they make that larger, so it's more comfortable to hold like that. Okay, so very self-explanatory on how you put the OLED in, but I just want to show you how easy it is to fit it in. Okay, there's not particularly too tight, but there's enough friction for it to go in and then sit in there lovely. I've been taking this in and out of my Switch for days, and I've had no issues with any markings on the Switch at all. The only kind of place it really touches it is on the front there, but there's even still a little tiny gap there, and on the front there. So I'm not saying you won't, but you might experience some scratching, but I haven't so far. Then once it's on, that goes up and it clips in. Now, this is exactly the same as the original one, and look, it does block a little bit of the vent, okay, but I don't think it would be too bad. Then if you need to, what you do is you unclip it, pull that out, and there you've got it as a stand. If you want to have it stood without the stand, you fold it up there, you're not going to do it, it just falls over. So if you do want it on the kickstand, you need to have this out on desktop mode like that. It's not going to come out, with too easily without that clip on, but let me just show you if I just start pushing it up. Okay, so hardly any pressure and it just slides up, sliding on those rubber pieces on there. Very, very nice. Okay, so I'm going to quickly show you the original Switch as well. This goes in a lot easier because this is a couple of millimeters thinner than this, so it is going to be easier. Look at that. Okay, but it does fit on. It does clip on there. No problem at all. Also, I'm not going to talk about you being docked. It's obvious there's no way you can dock this when it's on, okay? It's very, very comfortable to use. So as we've done with the asymmetrical, when you're holding it like that, I've never had an issue with it, playing with it. It's very comfortable. And I'm just going to try and put it in a couple of cases to see if it fits in some cases as well. Because the nature of the design, that it is wider, you're going to need a bigger case. So suffice to say, any cases that are designed for just fitting the Switch, they won't work. So I've got myself some of my big cases here. So first up, this is the Skull Co, but this is for the original grip. Okay, so it's a little bit smaller. Let's see. No, it's not going to fit in there. Not going to fit in there without a bit of a push. No. Okay, so if you've got the original max carry case from Skull Co for the original grip, it's not going to work in that case. Let's have a look at the other Skull Co. So this is for the crystal grip and for the OLED grip, because they're both exactly the same case. Let's flip that up. Let's put that in. Okay, it is a bit of. Let's take these out. Okay, that's a bit of a better fit. Still a bit of a push. The problem you've got here is the back bit. It extends out a little bit too far, and if you have it on the first flap, yeah, that's not too bad. Okay, so the max carry case for the crystal and the OLED grip works if you've got one of them. And then finally, we're going to look at the Satisfy case as well. This one's more molded on here, so let's see if that fits in there. Yeah, perfect. Okay, so it works on top and underneath this flap. Underneath this flap, it's a really nice fit. The Oivo fits perfectly in those molded bits of the Satisfy case. And it also will work on top of that, but you're not gonna, no, don't do that. Under the flap, there. That fits very well in there. So if you have a Satisfy case already, your Oivo grip is gonna fit in there, no problem at all. So there we have it then, that was my look at this, the Oivo asymmetrical grip for the Nintendo Switch OLED. I'm going to have a look down the links below. This is a very, very affordable grip. Go and look for the latest prices. If you want a grip before the Satisfy comes out, because Satisfy comes out, I think around end of November 2021, or if you haven't got the kind of budget for the Skull Co one, I'll leave links down for the Skull Co because I've got yourself a cheeky discount if you go and have a look, a code for it. This is a really good option for you. Like I say, it holds games, it's got a bit of a kickstand to it, it's got the asymmetrical feel, it's a nice design, really like it. Okay, then that was it then. That was my look at this then. I hope you do like it. Please do stick your thumbs up, do subscribe if you're new, and until the next video. Bye-bye.